Helen Yee here with Eyes on the Game here in Washington, D.C., being joined by the man of the hour, Mr. Stefan Struve. Now, you are fighting Ben Rothwell this weekend. First off, how was this camp for you?
It was great. I had a great camp. I've been pretty much training all year, though. You know, I was away from fighting, and I wasn't under contract with the UFC after my last fight, so there was no pressure for an upcoming fight or anything. But I helped other guys get ready, and I've been pretty much training the entire year, and you pushed a little harder the last 2 months, and I feel great. Yeah.
So where was your entire camp for this fight?
Pretty much all in Holland. I've done all my stuff in Holland. I invested a lot in my career. For about 4 years, I did all my camps in Florida with Hard Knocks. And I was just getting sick and tired of all the traveling, being away from home all the time. And just being home makes me feel good. It's easier to unwind, and after training and really just relax. So it's good.
So do you see more of your camps moving forward, just all being in Holland rather than back in Florida?
Yeah, it could be. The way I feel right now, I feel great in Holland. If I fight a specific guy who I need other training partners for, or I'm like, I need to be doing this somewhere else, then I can do that. But for right now, I feel great in Holland. So.
Well, I know you mentioned, and obviously a lot of people have mentioned after your last fight, you kind of briefly retired and then got that itch to get back in there. Would you say in a way it was kind of a blessing in disguise because maybe it relit a fire, that you may have not had before?
Yeah, well, I'm always honest, so at that point I was really done. I just didn't want to feel what I felt at that point. I felt like I didn't have the right focus to go in there, and if you don't have the right focus to fight another big man in a cage, things can go bad. So I needed a little bit of time, and you see a lot of guys come back later. And when I started to get an appetite, I thought about it. I'm like, you can take a couple of years off, but the game keeps on moving, So if you feel good right now, and, it doesn't matter what you said, just do it, man. Have fun with it and fight. So
what do you see in a fellow veteran like Ben Rothwell, who, he is hungry. He needs this win, 3-fight losing streak for him.
Yeah, he's going to be hungry to win, but you're always hungry to win, and things didn't go his way the last 3 fights, but just saying, one of his last fight against Blago Ivanov was a decision which easily could have gone to him. So it would have been completely different, he would have just lost his last fight. Yeah. So, you never know how things go in fight now. What can happen in there? I feel great. I'm ready for him. I know the things he can throw at me. I'm just feeling ready. I'm ready to do this.
So how do you visualize the fight playing out for you on Saturday?
Stay on the outside, a lot of movement. We trained really hard on some new things that I really hope to be showcasing this Saturday. And, just don't brawl with him. If I brawl with him, he's going to catch me. He's going to put you away. So wherever the fight goes, I feel comfortable. I feel I'm better on the feet. I'm better on the ground. He's a big, strong guy. Stay away from him, do my thing, and get the win. So.
Well, speaking of wins, a lot of people do talk about that win you have over current UFC heavyweight champion Stipe Miocic. Mm-hmm. He's been calling out Tyson Fury. He's been kind of talking about those crossover fights. What are your thoughts on those super fights?
Hey, man, if you can get it, do it. It's the big money, and he deserves it. He's the UFC heavyweight champion with the most defenses, and he's a good guy, man. He definitely, if he gets that, he deserves it. I wish him all the best, and man, it's just awesome to see him fight. So,
what did you think about his win over DC?
It was awesome, man. An amazing fight. Really, the way he changed his game plan to going to the body in the 4th round, especially after losing the first fight. So much on the line. Great fight.
And lastly, what would you like to tell everyone tuning in to watch you fight this weekend?
I'm ready. I worked hard. Ready to do this. Can't wait. I really hope I get to showcase that I'm an improved fighter, different than from my last couple fights, and I hope to get my hand raised. So.